day up here on the ranch. Would you look at all of this? I have definitely got my work cut out for me. Well, I guess it's time to get busy. Would you just look at how unbelievably beautiful it is out here this morning on the off-grid property. Unbelievable. Just vibrant with color. Good morning, it's Monday, September 5th, 2022. It's about 8 a.m. and it's been a long time since I've talked to you guys. It's, let's see, since June. So 3 months. 3 months it's been since I've been able to put a video out. We've been getting a lot of rain up here. Yeah, it's been coming down this monsoon season, more than usual. It's making up for past years, I think. We've had, I don't know, 15 inches of rain, give or take, in the last 2 months. So it's been a bit ridiculous, but as you can see, very needed and very welcomed. But it's made it very difficult for me to come up here. I just keep watching my surveillance from home on the days that it looks like it might be raining out here, and sure enough, man, it is just letting loose out here to the point that there's actually flowing water everywhere out here. I'll try to give you some a glimpse of what that was looking like a little while back. Give you a little shot there of my neighbor's place right next door here. He's a little bit lower than I am at the base of a very slight slope, and his place got wrecked. It was underwater, like I don't know, 6 inches underwater, 8 inches underwater. So yeah, I couldn't get up here, and I wasn't going to take a chance on a couple of light rain days to try to come up here all the way from home. It just didn't make sense because I didn't want to chance it, you know. I wanted to make sure I was going to have no issues getting up here. So it's been a while. My wife and I and my little boy came up in July, literally, I like a month ago, or 2 months ago, almost to the day. We came up for a couple of days. Man, these bugs are killing me right now, these flies. Yeah, we were up here for a couple of days, just us, had a good old time. But there wasn't really much to record. It was just a family thing. No work getting done, no progress here at the property, so no point in putting out a video on that one. But right after that is when it started raining up here. It just started letting loose, and it hasn't really slowed until this week. The ground is still moist underneath the dry crust on the top here, but everything has just exploded in growth out here. I've had to do some mowing, as you can see, just to kind of clean up this little camp area right here, so I don't feel like I'm walking around in shin-high weeds, worried about snakes coming and getting me, because I didn't bring up my my boots, my Western boots, so I don't want to get bit in the leg by something. But yeah, I did it all with this Ryobi 40 volt mower that we've had for, I don't know, 3 years or so. The thing works like a charm. It has no issues cutting all this crap down. I think I had to run over this twice, so every pass was at least twice, and two batteries. So while one's running, I'm charging the other one inside the shipping container over there. No problems. Hey, stop eating grass, dog. What are you doing? Crazy? But yeah, everything's overgrown. I still gotta do a bunch of work, a lot of weed eating around here, which I'm gonna do here in a little bit. But yeah, I just carved a path out here to get back to a little spot over there where I like to do a quick bathroom break without having to fill up tanks. Solar's good. The Starlink, it's not as good, unfortunately. I don't know what's going on with Starlink. I've had no issues from home viewing my surveillance or any of that stuff up here, but a friend of mine back home, he got Starlink, and like a week or two after he got it, installed it, the speeds like significantly dropped and they wouldn't come back up. We're talking like almost dial-up speeds, pretty bad. So he ended up canceling his service. He let it go for a few weeks. It just wasn't coming back, and didn't feel the need to, pay $110 a month for dial-up. So he canceled it. He kept the package, the dish and everything. He's gonna hold on to it in case, at some point they get more satellites in orbit and the speeds come up. But I did a speed test here last night, and the speeds have dropped. They're still pretty good here, but nowhere near what they were. My down right now is between 50 and 70, which is good, but not great for what we're paying for. And the upload was it's kind of all over the place. It was between 20 and 4. Not good. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they just have more clients, more customers that have come online and are drawing bandwidth than what there was before when I did the install and initial test. And they just haven't been able to keep up with the deployment of satellites in orbit. So I'm thinking over time it'll get better as they put more satellites up in orbit. But for now, it's, doesn't seem to be enough bandwidth to go around with the current clientele that they have on board. So I'm gonna keep it, obviously, because I need internet out here. I need really good internet out here, and this is far better still. Even at lower speeds, it's far better than anything else I could have up here right now for the price. So I'm gonna keep it and hope it gets better over time. Other than that, everything seems to be fine. One of the things I'm going to do up here this trip is I need to rodent proof my RV. There's a couple of places above both tires on the trailer on both sides that I found that the rodents have gone up. They climbed up the tires and they chewed a hole right through the bottom of the trailer, and that's how they've been getting in all these years. One of them's a significantly large hole. That's how the squirrel was getting in, or is getting in. Well, while I've been gone these last couple of months, not here, and it's been raining like crazy, they've all taken retreat inside my trailer, and it's a bit of a mess in there. I mean, not like chewed up stuff or nesting or anything like that. There probably is nesting somewhere, but I can't see it. But there's mouse crap everywhere. It's gonna take a lot to clean it up and disinfect everything. But I'm sick and tired of doing this, you know. Every time I come up, I gotta clean up mouse droppings and squirrel. Inside that door right there, that big door on the end, I guarantee you there's a squirrel nest in there. I pulled one out about a year ago, a massive one. I guarantee there's another one in there. So I'm getting tired of doing this and dealing with it, and I'm gonna fix it this time. And I'm not gonna be able to get in there anymore, which will be amazing. Because I'm tired of cleaning it up and I'm tired of smelling it. So that's pretty much what we're gonna do here today, or this weekend. This is my weekend, even though it's Monday. But I wanted to get this little bit mowed here, cleaned up, just so I can walk and see. Also see through my surveillance from back home, just kind of get a better idea of what's going on here on the ground. And I wanted to rodent proof that trailer, because I'm sick and tired of it. Hey, if you guys haven't already done so, you should probably go down to my description below the video here. I've posted some links. I finally got my website up. It's nothing special, nothing great. But as I said, I don't know, a year ago, I was creating the website to help inform people about this kind of way of life, this direction of life, off-grid life. And I also wanted to start the website to kind of put a lot of different items or products or tools or things that I've bought over the years that I've had to use up here in building this off-grid property. Just want to put it all in one spot so everybody knows, you know, one click and they're there basically, so they don't have to, because I get people asking me from time to time, hey, where'd you get that? Or how much is that? Or whatever. Everything's going to be located in one spot on the website. So most of them, if not, I think all of them right now, it's not going to continue to be this way, but all of them are currently Amazon links. Most of the stuff that I have up here that I've needed and I couldn't get it, you know, a Home Depot or a Lowe's or something, True Value, I've had to get on Amazon. So it's all pretty much from Amazon. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of put everything in one spot for everybody to find if they need to, or if, in the future, if they were watching an old video of mine and, hey, where did you get that? And what is that? It's going to be on my website, most likely. So yeah, go ahead and check out the website. Again, it's a work in progress. It's something I'm going to be working on over time and improving over time, because I've never built a website before. It's been a bit of a pain in the ass for me, to be honest. It's not really my thing, but I've been putting in a lot of hours trying to figure it out, and I think I've kind of got it squared away a little bit. So also, I've got other links. There's a link down there. It'll take you to my website link, or I also started a very basic kind of not terrible quality merch store online for my other channel, Better Built Life. I already purchased some of the items and some of them are great. The clothing is pretty good. The sweatshirts, the hoodies, like really good quality, thick, heavy hoodies. I was impressed with the quality. And the logo is not terrible either. It looks pretty good. But the coffee mugs, for some reason, my original logo, whoever put that puppy on there was either drunk or blind, but the logo is completely crooked. Pretty irritating. But the other one came out pretty good. So it's kind of hit and miss, I guess. But anyways, I just wanted to get something out there because I've had people ask me before, hey, you got any kind of merch or anything? You know, hey, we want to support you somehow. Help you keep doing what you're doing. And I didn't have anything set up. So this is a way basically to help me if you want. You don't have to. I'm not asking anybody to. But yeah, that's just starting off. I may not, probably not, stay with this merch outfit if I can find a better one, a better quality one, but it's something. So anyways, kind of a long way of saying, go check out my links, please. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to this channel and give it a thumbs up and hit the notification bell. And go over to my other channel, Better Built Life, and do the same thing. Most of my subscribers of this channel and my viewers of this channel never even go over there. They don't even, for whatever reason, aren't interested. I don't know, but just check it out. It's a lot different than this channel. A lot more information based and how to and DIY and stuff like that. So go over there to my other channel, subscribe. And watch a couple of videos. I only have like 5 videos on there. So, all right, enough rambling. It's going to be warm up here. It's unusually warm for September up here. It was 90 degrees yesterday. That's pretty warm in September here. I've been in here in September. Usually it's like 65, 70 degrees and a bit rainy. So, Sadie, stop eating weeds. She's really itching to go on a walk. She hasn't been on a walk in a while and she wants to go. And she knows once we're done with our walk, she gets her dog food and all that stuff. So I think she's kind of pressuring me for that walk by eating all these weeds because she knows I don't like it when she does it. She ends up throwing it up later. Where was I? Yeah, so this channel is going to remain as it has, just basically a video diary of everything I do up here. No frills, nothing special. Some of it sometimes very long and drawn out, as they typically are. But that's how I do things up here. And my other channel is going to be very to the point and very informative on how to do different things, projects, whatever. So on the other channel, Better Built Life, everything's condensed, but there will be no personal information as to what's going on here at the off-grid property. Most likely. I won't really put any of that on there. So I got one neighbor up I haven't seen in a while. He's right next door to me over here. Not the neighbor that I typically go see. The other neighbor was over there, the one with the flooding in their front yard in the image earlier. He was here, he had to leave. A friend of his has got some medical issues. So we might have a neighbor stop by here in a little bit. And, oh yeah, last night. So I'm sleeping upstairs. Sorry for swinging you guys around. I'm sleeping upstairs in the cabin. I got a nice full bed up there. I'll probably show that to you later. It's a bit of a mess up there. Queen size bed, mattress. It's decent, a lot better than what I've been living with out here for all these years. But it was pretty warm up there. So I have all the windows open and sleeping with the windows open to get it to cool off. And it eventually did, but the coyotes out here last night and this morning were just unreal as far as, they were all over the place. I could hear packs of them over here, a bunch of them right out there. It sounded like they were just on my driveway, and man, were they yipping and yapping like crazy. It was, I didn't know what the heck was going on out here, but it seemed like they were all over the place. So, I don't know if you could tell, but since my last video in June, I've lost 28 pounds. I've been doing the ketogenic diet again, only this time I'm sticking with it. I've been doing it consistently since June 3rd. I'm not a keto Nazi though, you know, like I have cheat days. Usually on my weekend, a day or two, I'll eat whatever the heck I want, including pizza and alcohol from time to time. So I'm not completely miserable, you know, I get to have my fun still. But I've been doing this now for long enough that it's normal for me, you know, it's not an issue anymore. So I have no problem on this keto diet. It's just a low carb diet. You minimize your carbs to damn near nothing. About 20 to 40 grams of carbs a day. And just eat very healthy fats and meats and vegetables, and you're good to go. All the energy in the world, and you get in good shape. So I'm feeling pretty good. Lost a bunch of weight. I'm back down to a level I haven't been for about 14 years. And I'm liking it, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Plenty of videos out there on the web, on YouTube, about the ketogenic diet. Let's see, a good one would be Dr. Berg. He's a good resource on getting healthy. And also Thomas DeLisle. He's a big one. He's in excellent shape. And he used to be a big boy. So he's been doing it for a long time. Sorry, these bugs are killing me. But Thomas DeLisle, I think is what his name is. He's in incredible shape. He's an older gentleman, probably my age, if not, maybe a couple years older. But yeah, it works, it really does. And don't believe all the myths about high cholesterol, because it's horse, it's bull. There's a lot of science to it, and yeah, so just do your research. Anyways, she's bugging me. She wants to go on a walk, and before I go on my walk, I gotta go get my pistol, because I don't need any coyotes coming and tearing her apart or trying to tear me apart. So I'm gonna load up, and then we're gonna head out on a walk, and hopefully I don't get bit by a snake, because my driveway is completely grown over. You can't even hardly see the ground anymore. But yeah, we're gonna go on a walk. I'm gonna come back, I'm gonna make some breakfast, make some coffee, and then I probably got some more cleaning up to do around here as far as weed eating and trimming and stuff, just to kind of feel good about the way this looks and whatnot. But I'll get back with you guys later and update you with some progress. All right, it is currently 4:30 p.m. It's a little cloudy. Can't say I don't mind it. It's a little warm out here. It's 91.6 degrees. It's pretty warm. It's actually very warm for September out here. But not too terrible. Right now I've got the generator running over here out back, because I've got the AC on inside. Keep it nice and cool in there so I can go in and take breaks. But yeah, so did a little bit of weed eating, cleaning up the front area here, getting this walkway all cleaned up. And I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but the two huge problem areas where I had rodents able to get up inside my trailer. I don't know if you can see it, but I put this metal grate above these tires, because what was happening is the rodents would climb up the tire. They chewed a hole. They chewed a hole right up here above the tire, above both tires. You can see a hole right there. And they were climbing in. Hey, get out of there. And this was the worst one over here. This was a squirrel, but you're gonna have a hard time seeing it because it's pretty far back there. But yeah, above both the wheels, I had to line it in that wire fencing, and then there was a massive hole right there where the squirrel was getting up in there, and probably mice, and I had to fill it full of foam So they're gonna have a hard time getting in there now. And if they do, it's not gonna be above these tires, which is how they're climbing up. So everything else is sealed underneath. I don't know if you can see the plastic under there. They cannot get through that. They don't even try. So hopefully they will not be getting inside the trailer anymore, because today, after my little morning clip there, I had to go inside and just completely clean the inside of this thing out. It was pretty gross. Yeah, mouse poop everywhere. So a lot of deep cleaning went on there. Got it all. It smelled pretty bad too. So the odor is gone because I cleaned and sanitized everything, disinfected. So it's all nice in there now. So I put a bunch of rat bait down here on the bottom where, I don't know why they like to go in that area. Here, I'll just show you. It's a lot of rat bait actually. So here's the bunkhouse right here, and inside the trailer. But beneath is a storage area, and they love this area. The squirrels especially. There's massive squirrel poops right there. But yeah, I got a whole plate full of that rat poison. They're gonna eat on that, and they're not gonna have any way to get out. So they're gonna slowly dry out and no longer be a problem for me. And I've got a bunch more inside on the counter where they also like to go. Somehow they get up out of the oven, the stove. They climb up and come out around the burners, and they get up on my countertop and just completely leave a mess. They haven't chewed up anything in there. They've never chewed anything up or left a mess for me other than just their poop. So yeah, they should be able to eat all that rat bait, because that stuff it smells very good. It smells like cotton candy, believe it or not. It's very dangerous. Keep your kids away from it because it smells like candy. But they'll be chewing on that stuff for a couple of weeks, and then they'll die, and they shouldn't be able to get back in, and then I won't have a rodent problem anymore. And the cool thing about that rat bait, what it does is it prevents them from being able to absorb moisture in their body. So it basically it dries them out, and they die. But because it dries them out, they don't, when they die, there's not a nasty odor of like a dead animal. It's just, there's no odor at all. It's kind of cool for us humans, but yeah, it doesn't leave a dead animal odor after they die. So other than that, I've just been kind of trying to enjoy the serenity up here, and I have been. My neighbor across the way, he came over, hung out for a few. He's headed back home. He's got work tomorrow. But it's been a beautiful day, other than that it being a little warm. Just absolutely beautiful. I love it up here. I'm gonna be back up here probably the third week of October. I'll be up here, and I'm gonna probably be here for a week and a half, 2 weeks. I've got some vacation coming up. And I'm gonna try my best to finish the hearth and whatnot, and the back heat shield tile behind the stove, and get that all squared away, and have my first burn in the wood stove finally, and smoke out my cabin. Got to get that going. And yes, I forgot to tell you guys, but when I took the dog on the walk this morning, I didn't realize it when I drove in yesterday afternoon, but my driveway is completely just destroyed from all this water. It is, I'm not kidding you, it is literally a creek bed. Big rocks, it washed away all the topsoil on my driveway, and it's all big rocks. So all the work that we've done over the years on that road, on that driveway, it's been taken away by the water, the heavy rains that we had here. So probably next month when I'm here for a couple weeks, I'm gonna do some work on the road and bring some material in the hard way with a wheelbarrow and shovel and try to fill in a lot of the really bad spots. You can't drive a car in here right now with on my driveway. A truck you could, but not a car. Too low and would just drag and scrape and everything else. So I got to get a tractor up here. I need a tractor, something with a backhoe attachment. I've got to get something up here just so I can cut in some drainage ditches and keep that water off my driveway. It's causing me too much work over the years to keep messing with it every time we have a really heavy rain. You know, and just you put a lot of work into something, you got your kids helping you, and a few years later it gets undone by nature. So yeah, I need to get a tractor up here so I can cut in some ditches and put a crown on my driveway so the water flows off of it correctly. I don't know when that's gonna be, when I get a tractor, because they're pretty expensive, but it's something I'm gonna start thinking about and working towards, really focusing my attention on it. It's something I gotta get up here. And eventually I'm gonna get probably a riding lawnmower, because this was a pain in my butt, especially as tired as I was yesterday when I got here. This was not fun to do by hand with a lawnmower, a push mower. So I've got to get a riding lawnmower, because I've got a lot more that needs to be cleared away, and I'm not going to do it. But all of this, all the way back, I don't like walking through it. And one of my game cameras is back there. I don't like walking through it because you never know, man. You might run into a snake, and I don't need that in my life. So I'm gonna have to probably get a riding mower. It's a lot cheaper than a tractor, so that'll probably be the first thing I get, but I don't know. Just more progress. Over time, just keep chipping away at it, but yeah, I'm really bummed out about my driveway just being completely destroyed. It's something. It's pretty bad. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and throw the music back on and sit here in my chair and enjoy the beauty that I see before me. Just amazing. It's beautiful, it's peaceful, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So I'll get back with you guys in the morning. You guys, I'll see you in a little bit. Good morning. It's another beautiful day here in northern Arizona at the Off Grid property. It's a bit warm. It's 11 a.m. and it's 84 degrees. So just a bit warm. I know next month in October, the weather's going to be quite a bit different out here. It's going to be a lot cooler. I think May and October are probably the two best, absolute best months out here for the perfect weather. But man, look how green it is out here. It's just unbelievable. Just beautiful. All right, so we're getting ready to pack up and get out of here. I'm happy with what I got done today, or yesterday, actually. Just clearing some of this overgrowth out and plugging up the holes underneath the trailer so the rodents can't get in or out anymore. That's all I really wanted to do. And take inventory up here, because I'm gonna be back up here next month, and I'm gonna be here for, I don't know, a week and a half or 2 weeks. So I haven't mentioned this before, probably because I didn't quite have it ready or set up to use in my last video in June. I don't think I did. But I've been using this setup for the last few months. When I'm only up here for 3 or 4 days, I don't use the refrigerator in the trailer anymore, and I don't use the refrigerator in the cabin anymore. I'm using a different setup now. It's much more convenient. So this is what I'm using. This is a portable power station. Many of you have probably seen these already before, but it is a Bluetti EB70S. It's got, I'm going to go over some basics on it real quick. I'm going to end up doing a full review on this and this, which I'll mention here in a minute, on my other channel, Better Built Life, some point in the future. So anyways, this has 4 different AC outlets, a couple of USB, a couple of USB-C, and some barrel plugs here. It has a 800 watt pure sine inverter, and I think 716 watt hours of battery capacity. It's lithium iron phosphate. Pretty neat little toy. It's very useful. It is running this NewAir 48 quart, 12 volt compressor refrigerator, okay? This thing is awesome. I love this thing. It's very durable. It's built like a tank. It has wheels on it. This can run off of a 12 volt plug right there, or in your vehicle. And it also runs off of AC, which I'm currently powering it off of the AC from this Bluetti right now. I like this thing because it alleviates me having to use a cooler and ice packs, which I've been doing for years now, and I'm over it really. Just dealing with coolers and then coming up here, having to transfer everything from a cooler to a refrigerator. You turn the refrigerator on, especially if I use the one inside the cabin, which is all electric refrigerator. It takes a couple hours to get right down to the temperature I want it at, and it puts a bit of a hit on my battery, and I don't usually get up here until the afternoon, so I don't have optimal sun for my solar to keep the batteries charged while the refrigerator's cooling down, along with turning everything else on here and getting it going, start, charging different batteries for tools and whatnot. So I'd rather not have to do that every time I come here and then end up with a less amount of power, battery power, overnight. I also don't like having to use my refrigerator in the trailer, even though it runs on propane. It also takes a long time to cool down. This is very, very convenient. It stays running when in my truck. I don't have to unload it when I get here. I just carry that into the cabin and just leave it running like it is. Bluetti, when I bring it here and put it in the cabin, I will go ahead and plug in the charger for it, and it'll charge off of my solar, and it uses much, much less power than the refrigerator does inside there. This 12 volt refrigerator, it's not a cooler, it's a refrigerator. It has an LG compressor in here, so it's got a very good compressor. I'll show you how much power this thing is drawing right now. It is running. You should be able to hear that. It just stopped. Let's see. That's funny. Right when I want to show you guys, it stops drawing. Well, it uses about 45 watts while this thing's running. I think there's just a fan running on it right now. So it just shut off. So it's down to temperature. Right now, I've got the freezer section set. You probably can't see it because it's so dark. I'm trying to, I got it set at -4. And the refrigerator, I think I have it set at, I don't know, 34 degrees. Sometimes it'll dip below what you have it set at just for a little bit, and then it'll come back up. All digital. This one I use is my refrigerator. This one is the freezer. But the neat thing about this is, and you got a place for little cups and whatever. This thing is sturdy. You could literally sit on it. I wouldn't, but you could. It's got a bottle opener there. It's got a handle to pick it up. And then it has this handle that slides out. Right now it's locked into place, so I can't really pull it out because I only have one hand because I'm holding the camera, but this thing pulls out. And you could just tow it behind you wherever you're walking. But inside, it's got an LED light right here. This is my freezer. I use the smaller section as my freezer. I've currently got ice in here. Each one of these has a basket that you pull out so you can load up your stuff in the baskets, because this thing gets pretty heavy once it's full of food. So you get this to where you want it in your vehicle or wherever, and then you just pull the baskets out, fill them up, and drop the baskets in. Really nice. And this larger section is my refrigerator. But the interesting thing about this refrigerator, is you can make both of these your refrigerator or both of these a freezer. Or you can make this one your freezer and this one your refrigerator. It's just how you set it up here. It's very simple. But I've got all my food in there. You can hold 4 gallons of milk in here with lots of room above it still. But I've got all kinds of stuff in here. There's a little cutting board that comes off here if you want to use that. And it's got a full seal around this thing. It's built very well. One other thing, depending on how you want to have it set up, you can, sorry guys, take the lid off. It comes right off, and then it's reversible. I'll show you here. It's reversible, so one end is fixed and the other end slides in. Right there, and now it closes on this side. So depending on where you have it in your vehicle and how you want to access things in here, you can just switch the lid around. Currently, because I have the dog up with me and where I put her dog bed in the truck, I need the lid to open from the other side. So it's a pain in the butt to do this with one hand, but it's manageable. So this one slides in fixed. I can't do it. And then this one pops down and you close the refrigerator. It's built, like I said, built very well. So this setup right here works really great for me and my family. I brought my wife and my son up here in July, and this is what we used. And not only did it alleviate the fact that I would be using a cooler and ice packs and having to transfer the food over to a refrigerator and that nonsense that I already talked about, but this keeps going the entire time we're driving, and your food stays at the perfect temperature, however you want it set. And it never thaws out. The frozen stuff stays frozen. It's great. And this would last 3 of us for 3 or 4 days. It's got enough space in it. If you pack it, plenty of food for 3 or 4 days, no problem for 3 people. So this is my new setup, and I'm gonna give it some time. I'm gonna keep using it, but I think it's gonna work out very well. And I'll do a review on, like I said, on my other channel in the future, but I wanna test this some more. If you're interested in looking at either one of these, just follow the link below in the description. Go to my website, and I've got links to both of these on my website. Right now I'm going to show you how I position it in my truck, how I power it in my truck, and why. And then I'll show you how I can still fit my full-size dog bed for my German Shepherd in there with it. Hang tight, guys. All right, so this is how I have it set up in the truck while we're traveling. And this is a crew cab F-150, so F-150, F-250 on up, they're all the same size. I can't tell you if it'll work for a GM product or a Ram Dodge product, but it works for the Fords for sure. It fits. So the refrigerator fits perfectly. There's actually a couple, like 3 inches to spare, and I didn't even move the seat up. So technically you'd have more space if you move the seat up, but it fits in there perfectly. So I have the lid opening from the other side. I plug the 12-volt cigarette lighter adapter from the refrigerator, and it plugs into this barrel connection right here. So here's my cigarette lighter. I bought this barrel adapter for the cigarette lighter. Just makes it easier so it's not plugged into here, because sometimes it might pop out of here when you're driving, but this will not pop out. And then I have this powered right from my cigarette lighter outlet on my truck. Some of you might think, well, why couldn't you just plug in this cigarette lighter plug from the refrigerator right into here? You could, you absolutely could. Let's see what the power draw is on it right now. 35 watts, 36 watts. That's what it's taken to run this little refrigerator. Again, you could run the refrigerator power right into this 12-volt outlet. But the thing about newer vehicles is they've disabled those outlets when you turn the vehicle off. They no longer are wired straight to the battery, in order to prevent people from leaving something like that running for a couple hours and draining your car battery down. So if you ever stop anywhere, the fridge will shut off. And it's probably okay if you only stop somewhere for 20, 30 minutes, but if you stop for longer than that, your stuff starts to warm up inside there. So I have this connected to this, and that power on, so this thing is always running whether my vehicle is running or not. And then this will charge off of my 12-volt, the Bluetti will, while the vehicle is running, and it keeps it actually does very well. It'll pull, I think, 100 watts out of there to charge the Bluetti, and it'll stay nice and fully charged. By the time we get here, it's still fully charged. So that's my setup, and I'll even show you that you can fit a full size, as you can see in comparison to this picnic table. It's a massive dog bed. This will fit in here just barely, like that. And my dog has a place to lay down, still, with the refrigerator and the Bluetti. So I like this setup a lot. It seems to be working very well for us. Okay, that was a very long explanation of my new refrigerator and power station that I'm using. So I will do a much more condensed and technical analysis of both of those, and like I said, in a future video on my other channel. So okay, as for now, I think I'm going to just go ahead and start loading up, cleaning up, closing up, and I'm going to get out of here because I still have a long drive to get back home. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I know it's been a long one. It's a long video, but it's been a while since I've been up here. I'll see what I can't do to shorten it a little bit with editing, but anyways, that's it. I probably won't do another one for another month, and when I get to that point, I'll see you then. So you guys have a great day. Have a great rest of your month. Hope you had a good Labor Day, and we'll see you in the next video.